Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Friday, the 23rd of September 2022, and this is your morning message tarot reading. So, we've got some astrology for today. This is all from the UK, British summertime. So I know some of you westward of the UK, you might still be in the 22nd when some of this astrology is happening. So the moon starts off in Leo and then moves into Virgo at 8:53 in the morning. We've got the sun moving into Libra and forming a conjunction with Mercury retrograde, which then moves back into Virgo. So we've got this crossover of the sun and the moon meeting at 0 degrees of Libra on the autumn equinox. So nice big energies for today. So it's what I've put down is creativity moves on into routines, plans, devotions in daily life. So sort of while the moon's been in Leo, we've been creating and sort of, you know, inspired and new ideas and everything coming through. And now with the moon going into Virgo, it's about bringing all of that down and organising it, getting down on the details. How's it going to work? How am I going to organise my time? What routines? And also sort of your day-to-day devotions around your health, around exercise, around well-being, around just how you organise your day-to-day life. And with the Mercury retrograded back into Virgo, it's also about sort of reviewing and reflecting everything that sort of has happened since the last new moon, which was in Virgo. So from the last new moon in Virgo, we've had a whole month and we've come round, the moon is back there, but also this time we've got Mercury retrograding back into Virgo. So yeah, getting yourself organised, planning, reviewing your plans and things or your routines, what's worked, what's not worked, do I need to go into more details on this, etc, etc, etc. And then sort of the sun enters Libra at something like 2 o'clock in the morning UK time. It's autumn equinox, and in the northern hemisphere it's where we move into the dark half of the year. This is sort of, we've been in consciousness and the light for 6 months, and now we're sort of coming into the darkness, into the subconscious, going inwards, exploring ourselves, releasing things that are no longer needed. And as we come through the dark half of the year, as we get towards spring, then we'll be planting new seeds of what we want to bring out into the light next year. Obviously in the southern hemisphere, you're just coming into your spring, so you've had your 6 months of being in the darkness, and you're actually birthing things into the light. So that's the astrology for today. Let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say. I did do and release a autumn equinox shadow reading yesterday with my El Goliath deck and work the light cards, so that should be up on the channel for you to watch. Let's have a look at sort of what the morning message is for today. So what do we need to know for Friday the 23rd of September 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay, we are also in the dark of the moon as we go towards the new moon in Libra that takes place on Sunday. I've got a feeling it's about 10 o'clock in the evening UK time. Check your time zones where you are to see when it's going to be happening for you. So we have achievement. Keep focused on your dreams. We have the search. Feeling lost, confused and lonely. Okay, have you lost sight of your dreams? Have you lost focus on what you're doing and why you're here? Quite common in Mercury retrograde. Okay, and then we have the Temptress, seduction, deceit and a broken promise. Okay, this is reminding me of the autumn equinox reading. We had the Devil card come out in the position of the bottom stroke foundation. Maybe there's something hidden in your subconscious or somewhere about how you're not being quite honest with yourself, or limiting yourself. Okay, and it can be very tempting to sort of stay in that comfort zone, not do the work and not move forward. So that may be something to contemplate over the next few days in the dark of the moon, after yesterday's reading for the autumn equinox. It's one of the things I'm contemplating over the next few days as I go into the new moon on Sunday. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We're using the Thoth deck, no nonsense, tells it how it is, and let's see what they have to say. So what do we need to know for Friday the 23rd of September 2022? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What do we need to know, Spirit? Let's see, where are we? Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles in the middle. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Prince of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Moon. We have the Prince of Cups. We have the Princess of Wands. And at the bottom, we have we have the Three of Swords, we have the Tower, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Chariot. Okay, and the King of Cups. Oh, I'm going to go, and the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles coming out. Okay. And we might have some insight into what it is, what the Devil and the Temptress is about here. Let's have a look. Okay, so at the centre of the deck, we've got the Knight of Discs, the King in other decks. And the King is usually about, you know, feeling financially secure, money in the bank, you know, everything going well in the 3D world. In this card, when I look at the card, what I'm seeing is the King looking one way and his horse looking the other way. And this is reminding me of the search up here. Are you looking in the wrong direction for, you know, material well-being and wealth and things like that? Are there things that you're not looking at? Just saying that with the Three of Swords here in the Temptress. Are you blocked in your heart somewhere that, you know, a limitation that needs to be released, a wound that needs to be healed before we can sort of move on? And especially with the Temptress up here, if you look at a red heart in the middle of her chest, is there heart healing that needs to go to happen for us to move forward. Okay, so yeah, we may not know which way to go. A very good place to be in as we go into the new moon. We're releasing things, and until we come to the other side of the new moon, we may not know the way forward. Okay, so what's leaving? We've been showing up, we've been doing the work, the Eight of Discs, prudence. We've been, working towards achievement and our goals and our dreams and things. So, possibly been very focused on that, maybe at the detriment to our heart. Okay, or not seeing all the harvest. We've got the sun in Virgo, which was the last new moon, the new moon in Virgo. So the sun and the moon would have been conjunct in Virgo. So that energy is moving out. With the moon and Mercury in Virgo today, then we're reviewing, we're looking over, we're seeing what's worked, what's not worked, reflecting before we can move forward again. At the bottom of the spread, we've got the Six of Swords, science. So it's about using sort of the logical side of your brain, logic, reason, or maybe that's what we have been using, or trying to work things out that way. Okay, because that's what we go to. We always, sort of, it's much harder to trust our instinct and our intuition. Okay, and maybe what we need to do is move away from that logic, that reason, that straight line thinking, because air of air, it's confusing us. We've got thoughts rising up left, right and the centre. We're confused, we don't know which way to go, and we're all over the place. And again, the Temptress, sort of I talked yesterday with the Devil card about, some of the things that limit us and hold us back can be being trapped in mental thought patterns and things like that. It doesn't have to be physical addictions and things like that, or sort of substance abuse or whatever. It can be our old patterns, the old family stories, things that are that ingrained, buried in the subconscious. We might not even know they're there. And in situations like that, we need to go beyond the conscious. Okay, we need to go down into the heart, we need to go down into the gut, we need to get our torches out and have a look around what's in the basement, so to speak, and what's hidden. Okay, and it's a perfect time to do that. The Four of Swords, truce, a time of healing, a time of retreat, retreating into yourself. So as I was saying before, this 23rd, 24th, new moon on 25th, 26th, 27th, take that time inwards and see what comes up. Okay, do the healing, so then you can move forward with a healed heart. Okay, the clarifiers, we've got the moon card here. So one, we've got the new moon. Two, it's always a cyclic journey of new moon down here. We rise up to the full moon and then back down, and that ebbing and flowing, the dark half of the moon, the light half of the moon, that continuous lunar journey evolving around the zodiac and as the astrology chart. Can also be hidden fears and illusions, coming back to the Temptress. What are we not seeing? Coming back to the devil, what, what's blocking us? What can we not see? And shining a light on things. At the bottom, we've got the beetle, and the beetle here in this card is holding the sun, shining the light in so that we can see. Okay, we have the Prince of Cups, or the Knight of Cups, air of water. This could be, you know, sort of new ideas around love or emotion, messages coming in a loving way. Can be romance, but for me, generally, it's about sort of how emotions are sort of not firing up, because firing up is a bubbling up. You know, if you see air coming through water, it's like sort of it's emotions bubbling up to the surface so that we can see them. And then we have the Princess of Wands, the Page of Wands. I love this card. I love the depiction of the Page of Wands here with the tiger and everything. Because for me, it's about taking those fears, those things that are stopping you, and sort of releasing yourself from them and liberating yourself. And as you do that, that spark of fire ignites within you. The cards at the bottom, we've got a bit of a story going on here. So we've got the Three of Swords, the old heart wounds, broken heartedness, the swords piercing the heart in a lot of cards. So what old wounds are you carrying? Okay, did someone break promise to you? Lost your way? Whatever it is, this is time to go down and explore it. And as you do, there's a good chance that you'll have a sudden aha moment and the old structures fall away, the tower. Often if we don't go with the tower consciously and voluntarily and surrender to it, then sort of it will break down the barriers. Okay, so often we can either go with it, or if we fight it, it's going to happen anyway. So be gentle with yourself, try and take time for yourself this weekend to do the work. And then with it, we've got the Five of Swords, defeat. My card of self-sabotage. Look at yourself and at what you're doing. Maybe journal or something like that to actually get it all out onto paper. I find it so much easier to see patterns and things like that. Or old stories that, you know, don't even resonate anymore, but, you know, sort of they just keep going around in your head. And actually when you write them out and read back and you think about it and you feel into it, it's like, that's not even true anymore. Okay. So the achievement, keep focused on your dream. Okay. Underneath all those old stories that you may be carrying, that dream is still there. Are those old stories blocking you from it? Are those old stories even really, you know, still there? Have you moved on from already? You just can't see it. Write it down on paper, get it out there. And then after you've journaled, you can, for your moon ritual, you can set fire to it and sort of let it disintegrate. Bury the ashes in the earth, send it back to the earth, and feel free. Okay, we have the Chariot, so we can do this. We have the will and the drive and the power to take action, okay, on this, to move forward. With that, we've got the King of Cups, or the Knight of Cups as it is in this card, racing in, holding his chalice aloft, fire of water. And again, this is connecting me to the achievement card. Keep focused on your dreams, keep focused on your holy grail, okay, of what you're working towards, okay, what you want to create, what you want to birth into the world. Harvest time, it's time to be planting seeds as well for, you know, sort of the next cycle in the spring. Okay, you know, gardeners, they often at this time of the year, I think, planting bulbs and things that, you know, we won't see them until next spring. So we're planting those seeds, those desires, that creativity in the subconscious, to be there ready to burst forth and grow and flower and bloom and everything in the spring. And then we finish off with the Queen of Discs, the Queen of Pentacles. This Queen is really about, she's the Queen of Velvet Waiting. She knows it's all going to unfold in its own time, and she sits back in comfort. She's not worrying and fretting about when it's going to happen. She says, I've planted those seeds. There's the cycle of nature and time and everything, and I trust that they will grow and blossom and flower and produce fruit and harvest in their own time. So that's today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. I've noticed you can see all my camping stuff still behind me. My toe is healing, but it's not healed enough for me to carry that weight and carry it all through to where I keep all my camping equipment. So it's likely going to stay there until sort of my boyfriend comes to visit and I can put it all away for me. So apologise for the remnants of my summer. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Celebrate autumn equinox, however you do. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye. And we've got this. And it's